What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and I am here today with the review for Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 3, The Reunion Part 1. The reunion had my attention. So without further ado, let's go ahead and just jump right into the video. Alright, you guys, so the reunion it is hosted by Claudia Jordan, so we no longer have Nina Parker as the host. How do you guys feel about that situation? Are you guys here for Claudia or do you guys miss Nina? I know I saw a lot of tweets about people like, can we bring Nina Parker back? Um, how do I feel about it? I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. I'm okay with it. It's okay. It is what it is. You know, Nina did good for the seasons that she's hosted. I mean, she's been host of the reunion for a good while now, so she's done good for herself. And she got other stuff that she does on the side, like she does other hosting stuff. So Nina is gonna be good and fine. Now, who I do have a big if about is why we have them here is Kendall Kendall. Why is he back? Now, I like Kendall for Instagram and him on games people play on BET. I do enjoy him on both of those. But this reunion, if he's not on the main stage and he's not co-hosted with Claudia, why is he around? Because his jokes were kind of falling flat for me personally. But for some reason, Mona likes him on there. I don't know why. Let's move on. So let's first just something that caught my attention immediately in the reunion when Claudia started talking to Sukiyana. I just don't know what that was on her makeup. Her makeup didn't agree with the camera, and Hood Brass as well. They makeup just didn't agree with the camera because it looked like their foundation was like way too light. I don't know. It just didn't agree with them. But it is what it is. So we start up the reunion talking about this whole situation between Amara and MJ. So Amara and MJ situation is so fucking weird. So Amara and MJ, they're not together, but they still live together. And I'm like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Why are you still living with a person that you are not in a relationship with? Now I know people do it all the time, and I don't understand when people. I don't ever understand when I ever see people that are still, unless the only way I can understand you still living with somebody that you were in a relationship with is unless you were married and you got kids. That's the only way I can understand it. But if you were never married and you ain't got kids, why are you still living in the same household with each other? It just makes MJ still look bad. It makes him look like he is using Amara for some reason. Monetary. Just putting it out there. It looks really bad. And I'm gonna call Shay by her name this time because Shay was speaking some real facts to her brother, like man the fuck up. Like this woman don't want you. Get the fuck out. Like get your own shit. Do for yourself. I was here for that. He getting mad, talking about any man that's he's in love with her and he's there to support her. What are you supporting, MJ? From what I'm seeing, it looks like Amara is supporting you a lot more than you're supporting her. Just putting that out there. Because what job he got? Because if it wasn't for Amara on Love and Hip Hop, I don't think you would have had a storyline on here. Yes, your sister's on Love and Hip Hop, but you wouldn't have been a part of her story. So Amara is doing more for you than you're doing for Amara. So again, who is supporting who? Just asking that question. Because again, like I said, from my standpoint, from my viewpoint, it looks like Amara is supporting you. So then Bobby chimes in, and Bobby says something that was factual as well. He's talking about the fact that Amara, she broke up with MJ. I'm trying to talk over him. God damn. So yeah, the trash men are outside. I don't think that trash can should be that fucking full. God damn. Now I know my neighbors are nasty as fuck. They well, actually, yeah, they are. Never mind. I just don't understand people. Why the fuck would you throw the trash on the fucking ground? That's why we have possums over here. I'm not going off on a ranch, guys. But Bobby made a good point about Amara. You broke up with MJ after what Annie said. Now Prima Donna got in her feelings about that whole situation. I'm like, Prima Donna, we're not gonna talk about Annie because Annie's not here. Well, Annie, if she's not here, she shouldn't have been there in the first place. She shouldn't have been anywhere. So shut it down, shut it down. I was with Bobby, like, and you went home and you didn't even let this man have an opportunity to say boo, cat, dog, shit. You didn't give him a chance to say anything before you just went off on him in that telenovela. And so yeah, I'm on Bobby's side. I am on Bobby's side and I'm on Shay's side because they both said something that was a real deal Holyfield in this situation. Now we did see that Trick got up and walked away. I don't understand why Trick walked away because he was upset about something. But I'm still gonna call, like I said, bullshit on Prima Donna because Prima Donna was just full of shit. Let's move on. All right, you guys. So let's talk about Prima Donna. So Prima Donna says that she got a hit single out called "A Bitch Could Never." Has anybody ever heard that single? Because I haven't. If it's that song that she was doing on the show that she was talking about Jocelyn, then we've heard the song, but I don't know if it's got any airplay on the radio stations. Because I never heard it on my satellite radio, regular radio, Apple Music, none of the stuff that I listen to. So I don't know nothing about no "A Bitch Could Never" and a hit single. But I mean, if that's what you say, Prima Donna, kudos to you, girl. So then we talk about this whole situation between Prima Donna and Miami Tip about the situation, about how she feels like Prima Donna up and left her and didn't say anything to her. We've talked about this. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and knock Prima Donna by no means. If Prima Donna needed to leave Miami in order to make her businesses, flourish and do whatever they need to do, then I'm not knocking that. You got to do what you got to do. You gotta fend for yourself. So I'm not gonna, by no means, am I gonna knock Prima Donna on that situation. Claudia also asked a question of, is Prima Donna gonna come back? Prima Donna says she's bi-coastal and she doesn't know. Well, Prima Donna, I'm going to put it out here. I hope you don't come back. Just literally putting it out there. I really truly hope that you don't return next season. Just saying. So then, her and Tip, they continue to talk. So Tip does say that she did understand why Prima Donna left, and Prima Donna also says that when it came down to her and Tip, when Tip fell and broke her jaw, she was there for Tip. She was at the hospital with her, so she was very supportive of Tip during that time frame. So again, Tip and Prima Donna, they in a good spot. Let's move on. All right, so now you guys, let's move over to this Julian Trina situation. So Julian, oh, speaking of which, Trina's album is back on all streaming platforms. I just found it. It's on Apple Music. I'm pretty sure it's on Spotify, Tidal, wherever you get your music. Because my favorite song, I love Baps. That is my shit. I really wish we had got a video for Baps, which Trina explained. Trina talked about the video, and we'll talk about it in just a minute. So Julian literally, when you listen to him talk, he sounds like a fucking con artist. Like, if you just listen to him, because Joy said right off the bat, listen to him, he's already lying. And I'm like, exactly. Because I'm like, so Julian says that he spent a lot of money on Trina, and he used that money from a deal that he got to help her with her project. But like Trina said, none of the artists that you have signed to you are bringing in as much money as Trina brings in. No disrespect to Amara, but ain't none of your artists bringing in the money that Trina's bringing in. And I actually agree with Trina. Like, that is the truth. I love Amara. You guys know I love Amara. Actually, speaking of Amara has a new single out. The single is actually really good. She posted a visual on her, because I follow her on Instagram now. She posted a visual. Who was a part of that visual? MJ. I'm just like, oh my God, Amara. I mean, if that's what you want to do, go for it. The song, you guys, I have to think. I don't forget what the name of the song is. If I remember, I'll put. If I remember to put it in the description bar, I'll put it in there. If not, you guys can go find it. Go follow her on social media. She's posted it. But yeah, whatever. But yeah, like Trina said, Trina is bring no artist that Julian has is bringing in the money that Trina is bringing in. He agreed with that. So then Trina was talking about the issues with this whole with the album, and she talked about the videos, and you guys remember that whole debacle that happened last summer about this video with her and Nicki Minaj for the Babs video when Bobby chimed in. Was that Julian that had something to say about it in the first place that brought it up? But Trina said that she told Julian about the money for the videos. Let's put that to the side and let's worry about radio. Trina was more focused on getting the spins at the radio stations, which I understand that. That's where you need to be focusing on promoting the album, putting the album out there, putting it in letting the masses know about the album. So Trina was right in that sense. Yeah, we can do the video. The video can come later. Let's get this shit out here. Let's have people hear it on the radio. Put it in people's minds and say, "Oh, have you heard that Trina and Nicki Minaj song?" Yeah, I heard that song. Then once you get the buzz about the song, then you come at people with the video. Like, it's so crazy in this day, and it's just really, this time period is different from the 90s and the 2000s, where the radio stations used to always play the songs in rotation, and there was a plethora of artists at that time. And then especially for our people, they would put the song would be out on the radio for a while, and then they would release the video. They would go on like 106 in Park, back in the day, Cedar's World, Rap City, The Basement, even TRL. So it's really different in this day and age. But you have to adapt with the times. But that's what Trina's focus was, putting it on the radio first and then giving the people the videos, which I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I love the album. I love the song. I blasted that whole album all this past summer. Every morning when I got ready to go to work, in my car on my way to work, I was listening to Trina's album. Like, the album was solid to me. I fucks with the album. I fucks with the album the long way. So then Trina also says that she's getting some emails saying that she owes Amara some money, and she says that Julian signed her to Rockstar label, and without her knowledge. Like, how can you sign her without my knowledge? So then they talk about the fact that he didn't reach out to her when her mom died, and he's talking about, well, at that point there was so much animosity and so much water under the bridge at that point that he didn't reach out to her. That ain't got shit to do with nothing, Julian. Like, let's keep that real. That ain't got shit to do with nothing. This girl's mom died. The least you can say is, you can if you don't want to call her on the phone, send her a text message. Be like, you know what? What's up, Tree? This is Julian. Well, you know who this is. Like, you could just be like, what's up? I'm just reaching out to you. I know me and you are not in a good space right now, and I heard about what happened to your mom, and I am so sorry. My condolences are with you. Say something heartfelt like that. What's so hard about that? I don't know. And it is something that's hard for a lot of people when they know that they've wronged people. They can't be big enough to say the simplest of things, because it's happened to me. So you guys know, my mom is deceased and my grandmother are both deceased. So my birth mother, now if you guys don't know, I'm adopted within my family. So my adoptive mother was my maternal aunt. She was my grandfather's sister. So, and my birth mother. So when my grandmother died, I reached out to my birth mom and to let her know, hey, I have something that I need to tell you. Did she respond to me? Not at all. She completely ignored the message. I'm like, okay, cool. So I just sent her, I said, okay, you ignored me. So, cause I saw it was on Facebook Messenger. It was on Facebook, and I saw her when she read the message. I'm like, okay, that if I don't talk to you as is. So if I'm reaching out to you, obviously it's something super duper serious. So I said, okay, she didn't respond to me. So I just hit her back and just told her straight out. We call my grandma Big Mama. So I just told her, I told her I was actually reaching out to you to let you know that Big Mama passed away, and that's all I wanted to tell you. And I left it at that. And she responded back to me, and I didn't respond back to her. I'm like, I said what I need to say, and that was it. And then when my mom passed away, I reached out to her again. I told her, again, I said it's something that I need to talk to you about. And at that point, it was literally the day after my mom passed away, and I was still, so I was crying, distraught, and everything. So I couldn't really get my words together, but I did tell her that I just need to talk to her, and she never responded to my text message. And my cousin called her and told her, "You need to call him and talk to him because my mom." She said his mom passed away, and so then she did reach out to me, and I'm just like, she apologized to me. She said, I'm sorry for not reaching out to you. I'm like, it's all good, because it was to me, it was good to me. I didn't care. I did care, but I didn't because when my mom passed away, it gave me a sense of peace with her because I'm like, because the issue with her and I falling, my birth mother and I falling out is she doesn't want to tell me who my father is, which I made peace with that as well when my mom after my mom passed away. I had him with my grandmother, but when me losing both my mom and my grandmother, I had to ask myself the question, why am I looking for my father? Am I trying to replace those two? And when I came to the conclusion that no one can replace my mom and my grandmother in my life, I had to let it go, and I had to let her go as well. Now she and I, we do communicate with each other now, but it's here and there. So I understand I understand how Trina felt about that situation because I was in the same situation. I don't understand Julian at all because I just don't understand people who have wronged people in their lifetime. You know what? I think it's a situation of guilt. They feel guilty about what has happened, and they can't figure out a way to say I'm sorry. Actually, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. But like I said, Julian, he apologized to her, and then Trick got mad at Julian because Trick said that Julian saw some of his music overseas, but Trick never saw any of the money, and that's why I say Julian is a shady ass nigga. Like not one of those people, not one person on that stage that has worked with Julian can say anything good or positive about Julian, and that's really fucked up. If nobody that you worked with can say anything good about you, take a good long look in the mirror at yourself. And this show has probably did you a disservice. Like you probably, if you had any clients, I'm pretty positive at this point you might have lost all of them. But let's move on, you guys. All right, so next let's move over to this issue with Prima Donna, Jocelyn, and Miami Tip. Now the question that I have is why the hell are we talking about this issue with Prima Donna and Jocelyn if Jocelyn is not at this reunion to speak for herself? So Claudia asked Prima Donna, what is the issue between she and Jocelyn? Prima Donna says that she doesn't know what the issue is between she and Jocelyn. And I'm like, Prima Donna, you a motherfucking lie. You know exactly what the issue is with Jocelyn. That cocaine shit that you did a few years ago, that's what Jocelyn's issue was. Now, I mean, shit, we all saw the video. So I'm just saying, we all saw that video of her in that studio. But for you to go on, make that shirt about her, that was kind of fucked up. Very fucked up. So you know what the issue was with her. And I'm not on, Prima Donna talking about how people come at her about being fat. I don't think that's right. I felt bad for her in that situation because don't come at somebody talking about their weight. Like, I mean, most people can't help that they fat. Most people cannot help their weight. I mean, you can try to manage it, but most people can't control that. Some people, people have thyroids. They can either make them lose weight or make them gain weight. You guys do know that, right? Like, God, people on social media can be the cruelest of people. I just don't. But yeah, But for Prima Donna to sit there and pretend like she doesn't know what the issue is between she and Jocelyn, Prima Donna, you absolutely 100% know what the fucking issue is. Stop playing dumb. So then we, Claudia talks to Tip about her relationship with, Jocelyn, and about the fact of what she talked about when it was her, Prima Donna, and Don sitting down with each other. So Tip says that she feels like Jocelyn doesn't like competition with other women, and she thinks that she's better than everyone, and that, she doesn't like to feel like she's threatened by someone else. I can kind of see that a little bit. I mean, I mean, I can see it just as happening. Now, here's my thing about this again about this Jocelyn situation. Jocelyn was only on this season for a few episodes, and then she dipped out. Why? Why? And then y'all teased us this whole like before Miami even came on. Y'all teased us about Jocelyn coming back, put on the main credits, but she's only around for a few episodes, and she only filmed with Trick, Trina, and Joy. That was it. She didn't film with nobody else this entire season, but she had that beef with Prima Donna. But again, that was it. Nothing more, nothing less. Y'all could have put that money into something. Y'all could have put that marketing money somewhere else. Because I don't know how much y'all paid Jocelyn to come back. And Jocelyn got the biggest come up of all of them. I mean, she did better than y'all. She had 3 shows: Jocelyn's Cabaret, Marriage Boot Camp, and Love and Hip Hop Miami. Like, shit, she won in the long run. She won because she made her $200,000 on Marriage Boot Camp. She got her money from Jocelyn's Cabaret, and she got her money from y'all. So, in the long run, Jocelyn was the winner. Gotta put it out there. Now, I will say that Prima Donna was talking cash motherfucking shit about Jocelyn. I'm like, I really wonder if Prima Donna would have been talking all that shit if Jocelyn was on that stage with her. Can't say yes, can't say no, but I just wonder. But let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys. So next up, let's talk about the situation between Tip and Saucy and Suki. So Suki's whole thing was she just wanna, if she would feel the same way if it was another female talking about, Saucy or Tip. Let's just go have a conversation with the chick and square this shit out. So then, Tip is just giving her rendition of what happened at the club, how she felt, that, people didn't see the fact that Saucy did pull his pants down and show his thumb. Saucy has a different story. Saucy is saying that, there was a new security guard in there, and he feels that the security guard was trying to make a name for himself that night. So, it went down. And then, Tip is also saying that the security guard told Saucy that this is a gentleman's club and not to pull his pants down. Saucy doesn't believe that Tip is credible. So those two just go back and forth with each other. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on with this situation? It didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Because, Claudia asked the question, has, Saucy ever had this kind of, had this happen to him in that club before? He said no. And then, Tip was also like, he was going up in, in everybody's section, going off on them. And I'm just like, okay, we're going nowhere with this situation, and we're going nowhere very fast with this situation. Because like I said, they just going back and forth with each other. And I'm just like, what are we arguing about? I didn't understand that. What the fuck are we arguing about? It made no sense to me what they were arguing about. I don't even think they understood what they were arguing about. But in the end, Tip did apologize to Saucy. I guess Saucy accepted her apology. I don't know, but he did apologize to her, and they were able to put it behind them. Let's move on. All right, you guys. So then let's close out this reunion. Man, Trina went a mile a motherfucking minute. I didn't even catch one fucking word that she was saying about Nicki Natural, but she went in on her ass. Now, I do know she said she can't trust a bitch that got braces on her teeth and got kids with different men. I said, ooh, Trina, not the kids. Not the kids. Go after Nicki Natural, but not her kids. And then call the kids dirty. I said, ooh, Trina, what the babies do to you? The babies didn't do nothing to you. You got an issue with a mama. Now, do I like Nicki Natural? No. But goddamn, Trina, I was just like, ooh. I think we should leave the kiddies, as you know, Nene said to Sheree, leave the kiddies alone. Leave the kids alone. You know, Trick, and you know, she talking about, you know, Trick only, he's only gone up for one bitch, and that's me, the baddest bitch. I'm like, okay, Trina, you better say that. So, you know, Trick was like, you know, boy, he really didn't see too much with Nicki Nash. She says, of course you didn't see anything with her because you had your dick in her mouth. I said, ooh, ooh. Trina was, I mean, she was just going after Nicki fucking Natural. God damn. Security had to get Nicki Natural up and get her out of there. Now, Nicki Natural is being bold, and I'm like, Nicki, you might want to calm the fuck down because you got security around you. So that's why you got this, you know, this extra oomph to you because security is protecting you. I mean, but Trina would not let her have it. Then Trina got up off the stage, and you know, she told Bobby and Joy to come with her because they were done. She was done filming. Then, you know, Nicki Natural was back there with Kendall, and Trina was trying to find her. She finally did find out what room they was in, and she was beating on that door, telling her to come out. I was like, oh, this is a mess, but a good mess at that. But you know, that is where the reunion ended, you guys. So be sure to like this video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification button so you guys don't want to drop anything else. Share this video. And I will see you guys in the next one. So until then, later.